Okay, so what I wanted to do was talk a little bit about the V2 Ultimate Kit now that they've reduced the price from to 149 95, and the first thing you want to look at is 149.95 um is uh might seem a little steep at first, but you got to look at what this is replacing. Um you're talking 149.95, which if you smoke, if you come like I smoked when I lived in New York City, and I was paying $12 a pack. So, smoking a pack a day, 149.95 was less than I was paying in 2 weeks. Um, so put that in perspective. It's a little bit more upfront than walking into like a convenience store and buying a pack of cigarettes. But it doesn't take long. Usually like one paycheck to the point where to buying an electronic cigarette actually ends up paying off. Um, Especially since the flavor cartridges that come with just the starter kit, um, you're looking at five packs. So that's 25 cartridges, with each cartridge being about one pack of cigarettes. So now all of a sudden, if you look at this as $149.95 for 25 packs of cigarettes, now you're saving considerable money. Um, Plus, let me talk about all the different flavor choices. Nice thing about V2 when it comes to electronic cigarette starter kits, you don't have to just pick whatever the normal uh, whatever the normal flavor is. With these flavor cartridges, they actually allow you to pick any of the V2 flavors, anything from like V2 Red, which is the Marlboro Sahara, which is more like a camel. Congress, which is more like a parliament. If you're, and they've got menthol, peppermint, and even over here some of the more fun flavors like vanilla and coffee and cola that you couldn't even get in a cigarette. Um, and let me talk about some of the accessories. You get 3 batteries, and when it comes to an electronic cigarette, the battery is the actual cigarette part. It's the actual. You see them right here. They're little. They're the actual part. They're the white part um, that you put the cartridge on. The cartridges are these kind of red things back here. Um, and those just screw onto the battery, and that's how it works. And then you just either press the button or draw on the battery, depending on the type of battery. They also come with, and if you spend a lot of time on the computer, you'll actually really appreciate this. They have the power sig, which I just had open right here. Now, this funky looking thing actually just plugs into a USB port, whether it's in your car or in your computer, and you just screw a little cartridge right on it, and you can use it from there. Um, so, I mean, that's something that if you're stationary, you never have to worry about charging it. But there are a couple more um, things to look at. Now, you'll basically want to charge any battery you use will last you about a day, and then you'll have to charge it. And the thing with the V2 Ultimate Kit, it's really something that I would recommend for someone who's really jumping into electronic cigarettes and wants to try all the different ways that they can use the batteries, use the adapters. So the couple different ways to charge the batteries. And this really depends on your daily routine and what you like to do. You got the car adapter. If you spend a lot of time in the car, you just plug it into the car. Goes into, ironically, any cigarette lighter slots, although they just call them power outlets now. Um, so that's easy if you spend a lot of time in the car. If you want to use a more standard like plug-in, use the V2 Smart Charger, and that actually plugs twice as fast as just a regular thing and has built-in features to absolutely make sure you don't overcharge. Um, Metal carry case, and you'll see you'll see it looks like there's two carry cases here. That one in front is more just is basically just kind of a decorative box that fits in your pocket well. But that bigger one behind it is actually, I want to talk about. It's actually really cool. It's called the portable charging case XL. And what that does is that charging kit actually has a battery in it behind it. So you kind of charge that battery, and it's a bigger battery, obviously, than the smaller batteries that are actually in the e-cigs, and that will charge the e-cig batteries. And you can fully charge an e-cig battery like 8 times before you have to plug that charging kit back into the wall. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, you get the power sig that I talked about, which isn't, one that you leave plugged in and just has a long cord. So, like now I work a lot on my computer. That's something that I would use a lot. And then you can check here if you have any other things. You can go to the Ultimate Starter Kit section on V2 SIG. So now, when it's $30 off to $149.95, it's one of the better buys that you have seen online. Finally, the last little accessory. Some people use these. Some people think they look a little dopey. It's really good, again, for like long car trips and stuff. This V2 lanyard. One of the nice things about e-cigs is because there's no like fire involved. You can see that little lanyard right there. And the front end of your e-cig just slides into that brown thing, and you just kind of got a cigarette around your neck all day for when you got a second for a quick puff. You just kind of lift it up. Depending on what kind of social situation you're in, that might draw some funny looks. But all in all, it's a real good deal for now. It's $149.95 at v2sigs.com.